Alright, hello and welcome to another Marvel Snap video. Right now, as I'm talking about this, the weekend events are out. It's Get Wins with Blob if you unlock him for tokens, and then gold for Sebastian Shaw, and win a location with 4 cards. So I thought I'd do something a little different and showcase some decks that I think do a good job at doing that. So for one, looking at making sure you play Blob and filling the board. A similar list to this Thanos Blob list, not this specific one. You'd replace Jean Grey with Jeff, and then I think it's pretty close. But this is a very popular Blob list that ends up cluttering your board very quickly. And then you would also get wins with Blob. I think Lambie and a few other people have posted similar videos on this one, so I'm not going to touch on it, but if you're looking for a good deck, this is one. And then for Sebastian Shaw, in a similar vein, the Silver Surfer Sebastian Shaw list, where you have Brood filling a lane. I don't personally like this list, specifically for the 4 card lane, because you're killing Nova, which will empty a slot, and then you're typically storming a location, which, unless you brood that, you're not filling that location either, so you're only filling 1 location a game, which is fine, but a lot of the time you're not even filling 1 typically, which, you know, is not ideal for the fill location. So the 2 decks that I look at and I'm planning on using are 2 decks I've already covered this week, past 2 weeks. This one being the Blob deck I talked about 3 days ago or so, on Tuesday when he came out, Wednesday maybe. I did make a small edit. I replaced Psylocke with Wave, since they do exactly the same thing, except Wave simply gives me more power to do that. That was a comment that someone pointed out that I also thought of at the same time, but shout out to you for also realizing it. This deck is an annoying Sandman deck that will get you very easy Blob wins. It's not going to fill the board, but if you're just looking at getting the Blob wins, I would highly recommend this deck. This deck is also a lot free to play friendly. It doesn't really have any Series 5 cards other than Blob, I believe. Could be mistaken, but I think the rest are Series 3 actually. Nebula Series 5, huh? But Nebula isn't important. But yeah, so I think that this is a very good list for that. And then for Sebastian Shaw, I would recommend this Kitty revamp deck that I used a while ago. I still haven't seen anyone really talking about it or playing it. I think this is a very underrated deck. It is a Kitty Pryde Elsa deck. You just want to buff up Kitty Pryde as much as possible, and then Taskmaster. Your backup plan, if you are unable to do that, is Sebastian Shaw. You buff him up with Nakia, Elsa, Hulkbuster, Forge, Shuri, and then you Taskmaster Shaw. The downside to that playline is Shaw can get Shadow King'd, Shang-Chi'd, so there's a lot of counterplay, whereas if you're doing Kitty Pryde, you'll never have priority, and so you're uncounterable, essentially. The only way you'd be able to lose is if they Cosmo your Taskmaster. But otherwise, I think this is a very good deck, and I want to re-showcase this deck, and I'm also going to showcase some of the Blob deck as well. I think that this deck also, you'll average filling 1 lane typically, so that will help with that quest as well. So if you guys enjoy the gameplay of these 2 decks, please let me know with a like and comment. And if you want more of this style video, also let me know, and subscribe for future deck highlights. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the gameplay. Alright, hopping into game number 1. Love me some Sinister London. Won't complain about that at all. So we don't need... we don't need Taskmaster because we can get 2 kitties. We can Elsa, Kitty next turn. And then we could Kitty Ironheart on turn 4. Do I snap? I think I snap. Because I think I Ironheart, The double hits Kitty, gives it 4 power, so it'll be at 8 next turn. I'm snapping in these because, one, if I snap, I'm still getting the win, therefore getting progress on the weekend quest, so that's fine. So it's important to know when you should be snapping in these decks. Also, I'm trying to push. I tilted a little bit the other day, so I'm trying to get that back. Also, this is the Surfer Shaw list. I would bet money on it. We're going to do that. They understand that there's a risk of Ironheart going here, but I don't really care if it goes over there. I'm content with just the 2 power that it'll get. Spider-Man cannot hit my card, so we're fine. Hits Elsa, it's fine. Elsa's kind of a dead card, honestly. We don't plan on using it. So, yeah. So that is good. And then we Shuri Kitty, and then we'll get 2 Kitty Prydes back, and then we can buff them up a little bit more with Forge. We can Forge middle Kitty. So yeah, we'll be at 18, 19, 21 and a 19, I believe. Congratulations, sir. And this is the part where I was explaining that this deck is very uncounterable, right? We didn't have priority. They knew that they were never going to get priority off of me, so it's like very difficult for them to do anything. So we do this, we do this, we do this, and we do this. I'm putting Shaw here because there's a chance if Kitty Pryde goes here, Shaw will get buffed to 8 power because of Elsa. So that's the play logic there. I think that makes the most sense. I can't say I'm that concerned. What is that play line? That makes no sense to me. Okay. Yeah, Sinister London, really good for us. Typically, any location that you would think is good for a destroy deck is good for this deck. So, Sinister London and Shuri's Lab are the 2 obvious ones that come to mind. Alright, hopping into game number 2 with this deck. We once again have a pretty good setup, actually. So, this could be the Blob Deck. That is fine. And then we go Kitty Elsa, and then Kitty Hulkbuster right if we can. Or we can Elsa right next turn. Also, I guess a general rule of thumb I haven't explained is you want to play Kitty like every turn you can. You then play a tandem card with her, so like you don't play Elsa on 2, you play Elsa on 3. It's a similar logic to, oh my gosh, that's amazing. It's a similar logic to, what is the card that I am blanking on? High Evolutionary decks, how you play like 1 turn behind curve than you normally would. It's a similar vein of logic. So yeah, we do this, and then we can Shuri Kitty. Do I snap? Hold on, let me think. Pretty sure we snap. Like I said, I'm snapping in these games because I'm fine with them retreating, because it counts for a win for weekend defense. So these are positions that you should be snapping in. So I'll do one more on this deck because it was short, and then I'll switch to the Blob Deck. Alright, hopping into the last game for this deck. Let me know if you guys are enjoying this style of game. I know it's a little different. I know it's a little different, but I think this is valuable. And also realize that retreating and snapping is fairly constant, but it is impacted by the rank you currently are, right? So if you're maybe playing at 70 trophy or 70, like rank 70, people might be more aggressive to stay in situations where you're seeing people leaving against me because I'm top 28,000 or whatever I am. That's right. People are more like, oh, I got to keep the number high. So just something to keep in mind. And yeah, you snap that 100% of the time. Taskmaster, Shuri, with Elsa and Kitty, like these are amazing games that we're getting. The downside is we have priority. So if they do have Killmonger for some reason, we're in a very bad position. The odds of them having Killmonger, I think, are extremely slim. Possible, but unlikely in my opinion. Also, we're giving up Big House because their cards are literally negative power, so... Okay, so Panther doesn't win right, because that'd be 16 power, puts him to 20. We'll be at 33. Panther and Null right would be 34, I think. Because Null would be... We lose depending on if Null got hit by negative. Okay, yeah, we beat that. So weird stay by our opponent, but alright. So I don't know how well this showcased the deck because we just kind of hit like the best hands we could 3 games in a row. But I very much enjoy this deck, and I did get some requests to re-highlight this deck, so I wanted to showcase it for the weekend event so you guys can play it and have some fun with it as well. Alright, hopping into some of the Blob decks. I plan on doing 2 or 3 Blob videos, maybe less on this deck since I did it like 3 days ago or something. But I did want to re-highlight it, let you guys know that this deck is a lot of fun, and there's also a lot of other Blob lists, so this one's probably less important for you to see specifically from me. But, that's fine. We can morph, get some intel, and by the intel I mean it's a Thanos list. How do I know? Weird 13 deck list there, 13 card deck they have there. Oh my gosh. It's so annoying. Okay. Blob is kind of small here. We wave here because it gives us our best chance of beating Professor X, because that's what I assume they Psylocke for. Yeah, I mean, there was no way we won Professor X there, so whatever. This hits nothing. Everything's out of my deck already. That's good. That's good. What if I Magneto middle, and this leaves a play line open for Taskmaster right? And otherwise I could just Red Skull right. Red Skull is less ideal, but it's fine. there is a vein of thought that says Morph is a good play here because they're a Thanos deck, so like they probably have big cards. Like this could hit a Dino, this could hit a lot of things, and giving my Sunspot 3 feels good. They would be at 9 if they move Vision. We'd be at 17 if I do this play. Thing is, why would they do that? Why wouldn't they just like overload right? 19, they're at 10. They need 7. I'm gonna go with the Morph play. Yikes. I mean, there's equally likely chance they hit a stone. But yeah, that's a tough position because you have to guess whether or not they move Vision. Generally speaking, they do move Vision, but it's still 50-50. I just hit 7,000 too. Alright, hopping into game number 2. We cannot contest Raft, believe it or not. Shocking though that may seem, that I am very bad at contesting Raft with this deck. If we can set up Sandman, that could be pretty great though. We have Blob Zola. I like this a lot. I think I snap. Yeah, I like this because, like, even if we pull like a super bad card here, which would be like Infinaut, right? I still feel fine because we have a turn 5 Red Skull that we can play out. This is Surfer. Okay. And we didn't pull a super bad card, which means we're super fine. And this looks like Surfer. This card will confirm if this is Surfer or not. I'm sorry, what? Oh, I waved. Yeah, so should be Sarah Surfer. So I'm not too concerned. I kind of want to play this here, but like that's so bad. The thing is, I feel like they brewed middle. Yeah, I'll do it middle, I guess. I don't really like this play middle. This deck doesn't run Cosmo, does it? What is this? Ayo. Honestly, that play was, I think, better than they realized it was, because it locks my Zola out. The plan was probably just going to be Magneto right and force these two cards over here, and then can they beat this middle? The answer is probably not, which is the answer we wanted. But still win. Alright, hopping into the final one. That way I did 3 of each. We have a Nebula turn 1, which is good. We have Taskmaster. If we have a way to cheat in Magneto or Giganto a turn early, that would be great. And we do right on cue. We can do Wave middle into Giganto left into Taskmaster right, which will be pretty good. The issue is, if this is high Evo, which is what it looks like, Wave is very bad for us. Yeah, we can... Wave into Giganto into Red Skull into Taskmaster. Just Taskmaster. Honestly, I want to pull Sandman here. Like, I really want Sandman here. Or like Zola or something. I want something that makes my intentions way more clear on what I want to do. Zola would actually be probably the best draw. Zola or Blob. Either one of those are a very good draw. Zola's huge. And in case you don't know why Zola's huge, it means Giganto here, Taskmaster here, Zola this, and there's almost no way they can beat 19 power middle. I'm not gonna snap because this deck scares me. This deck isn't the deck I think it is. This could be Thanos for all I know. And they have just gotten super unlucky. We have priority, which is good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we win. Because they think that they're gonna play here and think that they have to play heavy here. And that's really bad for them as well. Yeah, so they only have 3 power here. They likely move Jeff here, which is... Yeah, okay, so that's probably what they do. They probably Jeff left, and that would be enough power to win this lane. And then they commit to Avengers Compound. Victory. But it didn't matter. Like I said, I'm not playing for high cubes right now. I'm playing just to win. So this still proves the point. So anyway, if you guys enjoyed the deck highlights, the strategy, stuff like that, please let me know. We're almost at top 25,000. But please let me know by leaving a like, comment. If you want to see more of these different kind of videos, please let me know. Like leave a comment would be ideal. Like, physically tell me. But please also subscribe for future deck highlights. We will be doing a Havoc live stream on Tuesday. So stay tuned for that.